Hello there, welcome back to the Closet Historian. Today I thought I would share with you guys some of my current favorites. It's been a little while since I did one of these videos. I think the last one I did was my yearly favorites from 2017, so I guess this is kind of a mid-year favorites at this point. Some of these things I have been enjoying all year round, so it's kind of just a favorites collected up until now and then things that I'm really into right now, so let's jump right in. So the first sort of group of items I have to share with you guys are going to be beauty and skincare things, and the first one is going to be these Mario Badescu like facial mists, or like facial sprays, I guess. This is one of those things that seems like something that's really silly, like who needs to spray rose water on their face? And like, maybe you don't, but it's so nice. These are really, I mean, I have the lavender one and the rose water one, and they have aloe and herbs and, you know, essential oils and things in them that are supposed to make your skin happy, but really it's just a kind of a nice experience, especially when I'm sitting here editing for hours at a time. I like to just, you know, give a little spritz, and it doesn't mess up your makeup or anything, and it just really refreshes your face, and you can like breathe in like the lavender smell or the rose smell, and it's just like a nice little refreshing moment, a little bit of self-care. And these little ones I think are only $5, so it's like the price of a grande Starbucks really, and you get the nice little experience to keep by your desk or keep them in your purse or what have you. It's nice just throughout the day, especially when I'm not wearing makeup, and usually when I'm home and I'm just sewing all day or writing all day. I'm not going to put makeup on for that because no one's going to see me really. So I like to have these around just kind of like as a midday sort of refresh for my skin to keep my skin happy throughout the day when I don't have anything else on it. The next beauty favorite is something a couple of you have actually picked up on and commented on, and that is I've been doing my eyebrows differently this year. I changed the shape of my eyebrow early in the year. I've just been filling in the bottom sort of my brow more. I started getting my eyebrows waxed when I was really young just because I'm Italian and I've got that sort of Mediterranean very full eyebrow look going on, and so I started getting my eyebrows waxed when I was like maybe like 11 or 12, really, just because otherwise I would have a little bit of a unibrow situation back then, and I was getting made fun of, and it was not cool, so I got my eyebrows waxed from a young age, and then so I had other people shaping them for me for a long time, and then I just didn't need to get them waxed anymore because it just grew in thinner, and I was just maintaining it by plucking them, and then I just realized that I wasn't really happy with the shape anymore, and thicker brows are in anyway, so I decided to start growing in like the underside of my brow again. And while I was waiting for it to grow in more, and still now that I have some of it back, I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills, just their regular eyebrow pencil with a spoolie on the other end. This one's obviously been used quite a lot. And I know that their brow gel is supposed to be amazing, and I haven't tried that yet, but I've really been enjoying using the brow pencil. You know, it seems like, you know, you can get a brow pencil for 99 cents, but I knew that this one had been hyped up a lot on YouTube, so I decided to give it a try, and it definitely is really, really good. So I don't know if it's like 28, you know, it's like, I don't know if it's $20 worth more, like I don't know if it's $20 better than like a Wet n Wild pencil, but because I haven't like compared them, I just went straight into this because I didn't want to mess around. So, but I really enjoyed using it, and I think I'll try that brow gel of theirs next. So this next beauty favorite was actually a Christmas present from a friend of mine, and I was blown away when I opened my little gift from her because I couldn't believe that she had remembered that I said that I would love to have this someday, and it's kind of an expensive item, so I would never really splurge for it myself, but she got this for me for Christmas, so thank you, best friend. You are a very kind human. This is the replica perfume that is by the fireplace. It smells like wood fire and smoke and chestnut apparently, but it just smells like basically burnt wood, which is one of my favorite smells ever. Like that sort of smell when you walk outside in the fall and people are burning wood in their wood burning fireplaces. That's what this smells like. This replica line, they do a lot of interesting different scents, and they are quite pricey, and so I just really don't think I would have really splurged for this myself, but now I'm quite used to it, so I think when I run out I will have to get another one because I just love the way this smells. It smells so good, guys. Oh my god. So I love this perfume. Thank you again, friend who bought me this perfume. You are an angel person. And my last beauty favorite is actually a hair care product, and it's going to be this Aveda or Aveda or however you say this brown conditioner. It's called the Clove Color Conditioner, and I think this is just supposed to be for like refreshing your color, but this is practically a hair dye. It stains your sink and your hands and your skin just as well as like Manic Panic or any crazy hair color will. So it's pretty serious stuff, even though it's like mostly natural stuff, or like it's supposed to be clove, I guess, somehow. But I'm using this because my hair is pretty damaged right now and it doesn't hold on to the brown color I've got on it very well. So I have to top it up with this every couple of weeks. And I just put this with a little bit of regular conditioner because this is a little bit drying even though it's a conditioner. So I've been cutting this with regular conditioner and then leaving that on my hair for like an hour or more, and then washing it out, and then just trying to wash my hair only with cold water to try and help that stay in there. My hair is a really inconsistent color right now. My roots are definitely darker. I have some banding going on, and this just really helps to even that out. So if you're looking to go from maybe a natural color or an ombre back to a brown hair color, really look into this. I think this is a good option. I kind of wish I had gone straight in with this instead of trying to bleach out my purple and then like put brown or whatever over it. I think I would have been okay if I just put this on over my faded purple. But of course, hindsight isn't a beautiful thing. So this has been saving my bum. Even though it's kind of expensive, it's definitely worth it. And as far as fashion favorites go, the first thing I've really been into this summer have been straw clutch handbags, which is a surprise to probably none of you if you've watched my hauls, because I talk about clutch handbags all the time and I'm all about them. But I think I already showed you guys this one. This one's the natural straw one that was in my last vintage haul, but I've actually continued the collection here. I've got this navy blue one that I just got actually in the mail yesterday. So I got this one off of Etsy as well, in a similar situation to this one, which they are practically identical. They are extremely similar and super useful in the same way. This navy one will match all my sort of red, white, and blue outfits I do in the summertime, which is nice. And then I got this one that's more of a touristy kind of style piece. They made these a lot, anywhere from the 40s through the 80s, really. It's hard to say what time this one is from. The style is super similar. I have 1940s catalogs that show purses very similar to this with the raffia embroidery and everything, so I feel I can get away with wearing this with 40s things no problem. And of course, I'm all about wearing things from different eras with one another. It's fine. I don't think you have to be super picky about that kind of thing, unless you want to be, but I don't. So this one is perfect for me for that, even though it's kind of a little bit brighter colors. But then again, they had bright colors in the 40s too, so, you know. But I thought this one was super cute and matched the shoes I'm about to show you. So I actually did order one more straw clutch earlier today. So clearly I just need to ban myself from Etsy, which has always been the case. So the straw clutch with the teal and the green raffia embroidery on the front, I actually got to match these shoes, which are Betsy Johnson espadrilles. They've got the classic sort of twine espadrille going on in the back, but they have this really fun plastic raffia party like favor kind of thing going on in the front with these multicolored confetti front. And I just thought they were super cute and I had to have them. I saw a different but similar heel from J. Crew that were like, I think $180 or something. And I pinned them thinking, oh, if I can save up for them, maybe I'll get those later in the summer. And then I saw these on DSW for only like $55 and I hit buy now because they had the same sort of raffia front, but for a lot cheaper. And a wedge is nice to have in the summer. And I don't have any wedges other than these right now. So this was just a more comfortable, but still extremely cute shoe for me for this summer, and I'm super happy that I saw these and got to pick them up. Something I always like to wear in the summertime are flower hair clips, and usually I make them myself, but this year I decided to get a few from a company or a brand or shop called Alternate Normality. She makes really like great pinup sort of hair pieces like this, and so I decided to try a few, or not hair pieces, but flower pieces. This one is one of her orchid ones, and these come in different colors, and this is even bigger than I thought it was going to be, so I thought that was really super fun, and I think super great with tropical dresses and Hawaiian sort of looks in the summertime. But I did actually get a couple more. This one's the Lily of the Valley flower clip that she does, and they just have like a pin back and a clip on the back. And yes, you can make these yourself. In fact, I think I'll do a DIY later in the summer on how to make these yourself. But you know, you might not have access to the same kind of flowers that somebody else does, and she seems to be able to have really pretty flowers wherever she's getting her flowers from. I quite like them. So it's nice to sometimes, I mean, I'm all about DIY, but sometimes it's nice to just buy things and have them done and made and ready to wear. Sometimes as a creative, I think I tend to always just think, well, I'll make it. But it's so nice. Like when I buy a dress, I always feel like, wow, I didn't have to go through hours of torture to be able to wear something new. So that's kind of how I feel about these as well. And this last set is actually called the Marcia Flower Duo. And I'll put in the picture of Marcia Hunt from the 1940s where she has her hair with very similar flowers to this on either side of her face. It's just a really cute look and one that I hope to replicate eventually, even though I can't do anything like a center part on me. It kind of looks strange. So I'll have to do something a little bit different, but I just thought these were super pretty and I could wear them individually as well, or have like one in the front and one in the back. So super cute and really quite inexpensive. Again, of course you can make things like this yourself, but sometimes it's nice to just let someone else make them for you, you know? And my last fashion favorite for now, for summer so far, even though I just got them in the mail 2 days ago, are these really cute tropical leaf earrings. I believe this plant is called a monstera or a Swiss cheese plant. I just really like this style leaf. I actually have fake ones behind me because I can't keep a plant alive to save my life. But I just searched for monstera. I just searched for monstera leaf earrings on Etsy, and these were one of the ones that came up, and I just thought they were super cute. I will include the link to the shop in the description as well, so you guys can pick up a pair of these. They also come in silver as well, but I went for the brass just because I wear gold things more often. I thought these were just super pretty, and I decided to swing for them. I kind of thought of, I have this bad habit of thinking like, oh, it's my birthday soon. It's like a month away, but I've been shopping and using that as an excuse anyway. So no surprise there. I'm a shopaholic. It's a problem. And now on to what I've been listening to. Music favorites for the year have included Lord Huron's new album Vid Noir, the new song Hunger from Florence the Machine, Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer, obviously, because amazing. I kind of discovered Hayley Kiyoko, and I'm not usually a pop person, but these are a lot of pop favorites. But I've had Tessa Violet's new song Crush on repeat for the past few days because it just came out last week, and I really like that song, and I'm really excited to hear the rest of her new music when that comes out soon. And then I discovered this sort of lo-fi, hip-hop-ish beats background music section mixes on YouTube. They're usually like an hour and a half long mixes to listen to while you're studying or while you're working, and there's some really good gems out there. I'll put some of my favorite ones, like screen caps of what they look like on the screen, because they all have really similar names. It's like Lo-Fi Mix 2, Lo-Fi Mix 24, Lo-Fi Mix 2018 favorites. So they're all the same names. So I'll put up the screenshots of what the thumbnails for these look like. One of my favorites to listen to, especially while I'm at work and I just put something on in the background, is a Cowboy Bebop inspired mix. There's a Blade Runner inspired mix I like. There's a lot of like 80s synth mixes or like sort of sci-fi cyberpunk mixes that are really great to have on in the background while you're working or editing photos and things like that. They really keep you motivated and going. And I like 80s synth music to begin with, so these are right up my alley. And I was really happy that I discovered that sort of side of YouTube this year. I'm also going to include a link to the Rain playlist that I listen to while I'm writing. When I'm writing or working on my book in general, like editing or whatever I'm doing, I like to have some sort of like white noise on in the background. And depending on like what part of the book I'm working on, I'll put something specific on. But normally it's just this rain and like cars driving through the rain playlist. So it's a bit of a weird one, but in case you want some good ideas to things to play that are really not distracting in the background while you're working on writing something, I think these are a really good option. As for things I've been watching, I actually sat down and finally started watching Westworld this year. I had been putting it off just because I knew I was going to like it, but didn't want to like dive in and like spend that much time. And then I recently had to take a break from writing for a little while. I finished the first draft of my book, and then I took a like month-long break just to let it sit before I came back to edit, and then I could see things with a little bit more clarity. And during that sort of break that I took from writing, I had lots of free time in the evening, so I decided to watch Westworld. And wow, is that some good sci-fi? I'm not really particularly into Westerns, but I did like Firefly, for example. And so like where Western and sci-fi come together, that is a good place to me. I'm happy to be there. So I think Westworld is just a really extremely well done show. It's a well acted show. Production values are really high, of course, because it's HBO. So if you haven't given it a try, I mean, it's definitely a Western half of the time, but it's also a slick sci-fi, like not Blade Runner, but you got these androids who look a lot like people, and it's all about questioning, when AI becomes human and things like that. So if you're interested in science fiction, I think you should definitely give Westworld a try. Now, what have I been reading this year? I like reading. I haven't been reading much this year. I did read Rebel of the Sands, and I enjoyed the first half of that book. The second half was a little condensed for me, but in general, the voice was really strong in that book. So give Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton a read if you haven't. I think it's a nice way to spend a couple of evenings. But as far as the books I've been most obsessed with this year, it's my book. It's the one that I wrote. I really like it, and that's a good thing because I get to work on it all the time, or have to work on it all the time. So really my favorite book this year so far has been my book. And you can't read that yet, but here's hoping that you will be able to eventually. Polishing that up, and I'm getting my query letters and all my, stuff together so that I can try and find a literary agent and hopefully get my book published eventually. But, it's a dream that many people have, so we'll see. But As far as favorite reads this year, it's just been my own book. So I apologize. I can't really share that one with you, but I'm having a great time. Now, my last two favorites are both kind of random and don't fit into any category. And the first one of those is going to be this dry, sparkling water that's lavender flavored. Now, that's weird, I know, but I've never been like a sparkling water or like carbonated water fan, but this lavender one just really caught my eye when it appeared in stores, and so I had to try it because I love lavender like in a cocktail, so I figured a lavender sparkling water would be nice, and it definitely is. It's my new favorite treat. I sort of have them as like a dessert in the evening time. Sometimes things that are floral flavored can be like too soapy, and this has none of that at all. It's definitely just like a subtle herbal sort of floral background note to the sparkling water. And because it seems like a soda to me, because it's carbonated, I feel like it's a treat. So like, I don't know, a soda is a treat to me because I don't drink soda very often, but I've really been enjoying this. So give this a try if you're into floral tasting things. And then my last favorite is actually right here in front of me, and it is my new PC computer. Now, this was quite a splurge for me, but Premiere kept crashing my laptop, and I knew that I couldn't afford a new laptop because I keep having to replace them every couple of years, and it just becomes kind of a pain. And so I decided to invest in something else instead, and that was to get a whole nother computer, which of course was the same price as getting a whole new laptop. But now I have a system that I can use that it's much more powerful for editing video and for Photoshop and for all my Adobe needs, actually. So now I have a computer that can actually run Adobe Premiere without crying, and a nice big screen that makes it so that I can edit without crying. And it's just solved a lot of my stress around editing both video and photos, and so it's been really nice to have a second computer. Also, it's nice to know that if my laptop collapses on me, I have a station I can work at still, because I have had laptops die on me before, and my laptop is kind of on its last legs, which is why I was like, should I buy a new laptop or should I just finally invest in a desktop? And I decided to finally invest in a desktop. So that has been a huge favorite of mine for the year, and it was an investment, but I think a worthwhile one. So those are some of my current favorites. Please let me know what you guys have been favoriting this year so far in the comments below, especially books that you've been reading that you really like, or TV shows and things like that. More media. There's always more media out there to be seen, I feel like. So put those recommendations for me in the comments below. And then we are actually quite close to reaching 5,000 subscribers here on the channel, so thank you guys so much for that. Thank you for coming along on this video journey with me. I really enjoy making videos, and I can't wait to keep making more. I have a whole list of things I want to make for you guys, including I think I want to make my first Q&A video for reaching 5,000 subscribers. So leave your questions for me, anything you want to know about me or things that I do or what have you, in the comments below, and I will collect some of those and do a Q&A video soon. And thank you guys for watching today. I'll see you again. Bye. Why? My chair is too noisy for YouTube, guys. It's just the facts.